What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back again with, by the looks of it, my last pick-up video of the year. I yeah, what ended on a high note. Well, I didn't intend to end on a high note. It's yeah. I think I've picked up the stack of comics is a lot larger than, or feels like it looks a lot bigger than it normally is. That's what she said. I got one gift from your fellow tuber who clearly knows me too well. I will explain what I did to that. I've got 6 great comics that come up from CGC. I'm still waiting for 2 more. There is a story behind that. We'll get to that. What I did to the CGCs. 1 Blu-ray, 4 games, and or count them, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 Star Trek books. Star Trek books and novels. And Star Trek novels, like the old novels, are like buses. It's a case of none will turn up for ages, then multiple at the same time. Which in a way is a good thing because it's the price I pay for them. I will explain compared to what I've seen like similar sort of size bundles on eBay. A lot cheaper, so I'll explain it when I get to that. So I'll start off with the single Blu-ray. Blu-ray with my Blu-ray collection, I try not to sort of either upgrade or get a Blu-ray copy with the normal DVD of normal films. But I thought in this film, for me, I find to make an exception to this, but we're outside the Kevin Smith films. It's like my favourite film of all time. So I had to, and that's Saving Private Ryan. Try to do that with fucking glare. It's one of my, again, if you take away the Kevin Smith stuff, it's my favourite film of all time. So I've naturally had to get that. There's a charity shop near me that has a VHS copy. I've been sort of tempted to get. I'm not 100%. If you still think, as of recording this, is the Friday before Christmas. If it's still there Monday, I might pick it up. So there's a slim chance you might see the next video I need to pick up video in the new year. So 4 games, nothing sort of exciting. One of these games I have played before on Love, which I'll have to say to the end of the names. The other 3 I've common games, but for some reason I've either not played or not played in a while. Which is the first one, Little Big Planet 3. Remember playing this not long before it came out at Gaming Expo. I love the Little Big Planet games. There's such a charm to them. You just can't help but fall in love with them. So naturally, I think you need at least. I think if you have a PlayStation or you've got multiple PlayStation consoles, I think you need at least one Little Big Planet game in your collection. At least one. Comment down below what is your favourite Little Big Planet game if you have one. Yeah. One that I would like to try is that a karting one. I don't know one like that. I want to try that at some point. So I think what they want I've not actually tried. So this next game is, I think some people from Rare worked on this, but Ukulele. I think a lot of people that worked on like Banjo Kazooie and stuff like that apparently I think worked on this from memory. Please comment down below, correct me if I'm wrong, which knowing me I probably am if I'm being honest, but that's a nice, I think it looks fun. And so this one I don't think it's an expensive game if you bought it from CX, but I bought all these games from charity shop. I think when it comes to the books, books and media, it was all from charity shop. So, but I've never heard of this little putty squad. Don't know fuck all about it. Um, apparently brilliant retro gameplay by mailonline.co.uk. But I don't know. It's worth trying out. But the game that I have played, but absolutely love, and I think I would love other people's opinion on this. But I do think this is the best Alien game ever, and that's Alien Isolation. Because for me, it felt like what the sort of atmosphere of the first film, or the early films in the game, and the fact that I think it's Ripley's daughter or something, a relative of Ripley or something. Might go through this again. Absolutely fucking love it. Let's do the Star Trek books. There's again. So there's 2, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've paid £4 for all these books. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and there's 18 books, right? Because the one charity shops near me do, if you bought one paperback, it was £1. If you bought 4, it was for £4. Lucky enough, it was enough there to the whole lot for £4. Which again, I've seen similar sized bundles on eBay for like between £13 and £15. So the fact that I picked this up for like £10 cheaper, I'm like, I'll accept that. And one of the things I like doing, it's not necessarily just with this, but it's anything I collect. Very handy today, I don't know why. Is like if I don't know I'm going for a full run or something, just do comics is in this conversation. If here's an example, New Mutants, right? There's 100 issues in that run from memory. If I can at least get 80 to 85% of the issues for no more than £1, I don't mind, say, paying £10, £15 over on the first Cable, the first Deadpool, because I save so much money on the other issues. It sort of balances out. And if I can keep the cost low on the others, it's not as bad, sort of thing. Same as this, to be honest. So it'll be fun. Let's move shit around. Ooh. So yeah. So the first one is Star Trek Enterprise: The First Adventure. How the untold story of Captain Kirk's first mission. I should have said that. In my head, I haven't said it, but these are all Star Trek books. But yeah. Deep Domain. Dreams of the Raven. I feel like I'm currently rewatching the original series. I know it's obviously a visually again sort of story-wise, it's a product of its time. But in them sort of era shows like that, the Batman and things like that, have such a charm to it. So there's the Romulan Way. This is meant to be a good. Well, I posted these in a few Star Trek groups, and that was one of the ones that people said that's a good read. Yesterday's Sun, I did make a boo-boo on this one. As I peeled off the sticker, it's sort of a little bit peeled off, but don't mind. Pay 25p, and I'm not reselling it, so it's for me. Time for Yesterday. The Final Rejection. I do love these covers and all. The Revolting Academy Murders. The 3-Minute Universe. Corona. The Shelley Sane, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, Confrontation. Demons. Mind the Shadow. A Flag for the Stars. Ice Trap. And the last one is Shell Dome. So for me, it's nice to actually find a nice fat stack of top Star Trek books. I do have some, but this is like over doubled my what I've got already. Like I said, like between shops that you expect to have them, and charity shops, not a lot of places will have, like, you don't see about All or Nothing and few and far between, like buses, like I said. So that's a nice healthy amount to have back in the collection. So, or back in the collection, I should say. Now let's get on with I'll do the grade ones, so at least I can get them out of the way. Not in a horrible way, make space for the raw books. So like I said, with 6 came back to the universal grades. 2 of them are up in the air. Well, so I'll explain. I'll explain to you. I like to be honest with you guys and girls. I sent off my 6 books and 2 books it signed. One by, I forget her name. She was the original, the first actress who played Phoenix, and I think she was in Golden I know. And Elizabeth Olsen, who plays the Scarlet Witch. As we're recording this, not the Wednesday that's done, last Wednesday. When Jamie sort of said, "Oh, these will be here next week," so I said to him, like, that include the signed books. So not Wednesday, last week. It's he said, not 100% sure. He said when you look on his account online, it comes up when they're coming back, when pretty much the update, whether they're being graded, in transit, all that, being returned, all that sort of jazz. Just is how I knew the update, because the normal books said they're coming back. As of last week, they were like, they said both books were still in transit. So I said to him, like, keep me up to date, because obviously with signed books you pay up front. Whether you yourself or a shop does it for you, they pay up front, unlike the normal grading. Because obviously they don't pay the artist or the actor or the actress or whoever coming in to do signing, obviously they don't pay them, so that's why they charge you up front. So when Wednesday's done, I pick up the, what's he say? I said, like, any update? He said one of them is, because obviously between then and between last week and the Wednesday's done, I sort of domain all looked online in Facebook groups and Instagram and all that sort of jazz. So I said to her, any update? One is still in, it says it on transit, she even showed me. One's still in transit, one's getting pretty much prepped to grade. Now, I think, that's not too bad then, one's wrong there. Firstly, both books were sent at the same time. Both signings were at a similar, within a week or two of each other. Right, so it was like, how can one still be in transit but one being put to grade? The only thing we can think of was so rather than my research, not many people, from what I've seen from what I've seen on Instagram, like tagging CGC or Facebook groups, the only ones I've seen were ones that I've seen one signed by Elizabeth Olsen and one signed by the actress who plays Jessica Jones, which they were both in the same group. Then like a group with that one, with the Elizabeth Olsen one, there's like 4 other people. The actress who plays Jessica Jones, but the actor who plays Vision, 1 or 2 others. So I got a feeling from what I've seen, and this one being graded, I got a feeling it's the book I got signed by Elizabeth Olsen. But that then leaves a question of the one that's apparently in transit. Like I said, both books were sent at the same time, in the same package. The only thing we can think of until we get confirmation by someone at CGC is the actual delay Phoenix, for whatever reason, might got delayed or sort of pushed back, or same thing really, but saying it got pushed back. That's the only thing we can think of, because other than that, you'd think they'll email Jamie to sort of say, what do you want to do with this book? Do you send us it back with the one we have signed, or what? Knowing that if it is missing, lucky enough it's insured, but if it is missing, Jamie obviously and New Dawn still need to get his money back, and I need to replace the book. So then ones are up in the air. Obviously, you'll know what happens in a few months. You should see. I'll either update you or you would see them. But realistically, the ones that have arrived, 4 of these are my usual love 6. I am so close to getting this all graded. I'm like 8 away now. Bear in mind, I've got 35 issues of a 7-issue book. So number 3, last sketch for a tower at 9.8. My lowest grade is a 7.5, but only because when I ordered it off eBay, I knew it was a bit rough, but I just wanted it in the collection. I think it came out with stains, but I think it's like water staining, like water damaged. But again, other than that, I'm sort of between a 9.4 and 9.8. So, number 2, I'm actually missing. There's 2 variations of this cover. This is one, or 2 others that I'm missing. So there's 3 in total. This one and 2 others, a ton of variations, and there's like 2 exclusives I'm missing. But it's even if I just do the ones I've got now, I'll be really happy. So, number 1. This must be a slight deja vu, but slightly not. And one again, but very different. It's same to the last one, but it was the coloured. This one did type 9.4. But yeah. You are my fire. So this next book is, I knew it wasn't going to come perfect. I'll show you the book and I'll show you why, what I knew I saw. But it's Alias #1. It's the first Jessica Jones, first Max title, which I didn't realise that, so I got this back, and the Luke Cage appearance. Came out to 75. So when they're saying that it was a thing like a spine stress, but I think I knew, if you can, is that a line there? I saw that literally as I was getting ready to sort of send it out to grading, but the way I looked at it is I got a good price on it, and it's for me. I'm not selling it. It's firstly, no one wants the 75 anyway, because you can, at the moment, the price a bit more because the Daredevil and Jessica Jones coming out. Well, Jessica Jones being in Daredevil's coming out. But even at a grade 9.8, in the grand scheme of things, ain't that expensive. So, this next book, I think, bear in mind, when I spoke to Gerard, Comic Family, I think he bought his from like Jamie's 70p bin, which I thought was like sweet, but I bought mine for about 8-9 quid. Bear in mind that I bought mine within a year after of Deadpool vs Wolverine coming out. That's a slight hint to what this is. Camera 96, bear in mind this, depending on when you see this, as it stands right now, it's a 24-year-old book. If you see this in the new year, it's a 25-year-old book. But it's New X-Men 114. So this is the Grant Morris storyline begins, and the first Cassandra Nova, obviously the villain from Deadpool vs Wolverine, and the New X-Men begins. So nice. I do have the issue for this, not after this, which is the first Nega Sonic Teenage Warhead. I always get worried about saying that first part. Because my accent's a bit awkward. It might all say awkward. Mine, some people can't understand my accent, some people mishear my accent. So with the Nega, N-E-G-A, is so close to a racial word, I get paranoid about saying it. So I'm tempted. I think over a lower grade. Still not a fucking 5, but it's like I might send it out at some point. These days, I say I've got both. Did two nice. At least I've got 2 Deadpool movie related keys then graded. I think Jamie did have the final issue of that run, that little 3-part story arc. Maybe if you still got it, I might pick it up. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, they're the graded. This is the stuff I've been building the last few weeks. Like one of these is a gift. Actually, I'll do that first. I'll do that first. So Steve at Cooper's World. I'll if I remember correctly, I'll link his channel down below. Messaged me initially, I think it was like last month. He went, "Oh, what's your address?" And from memory, I think he says, Steve can correct me if I'm going wrong. He said, I've got a bundle. One of the things in this is a bit of you. He went, "Don't get excited. not expensive, but it's a bit you. I mean, the way I look at it is, if someone sort of says to me, here's a GF for 40 you, even if something's fucking small, you know, here's a Mars bar 40 you, I fucking saw it. The fact that you thought me in and you thought to give me a gift, it's always appreciated. But this, I said to Steve, this stand up, I pissed myself. Saw it because it is. If you know me, you know why he sent me this. It's before you sort of think about asking Steve, actually, or Gerard from the Torrance family. I know what you're like. No, it's not sticky yet. Yeah. He sent me issue number 53, which strangely I can actually scan these in the ZLZ. A lot of them I insert the cover. It's number 53 from 2004 of Hooters magazine. Again, like I said, I pissed myself because it's at some point I need to get magazines I was begging both, to be honest. But this is it's if you know me, you know why he sent me this. I think it's pretty obvious why he sent me it, but it's always appreciated. Always appreciated. But thank you, Steve. So yeah, so a lot of these are nice back issues for me that I'm like feeling like gaps. Again, cheap. Some nice keys, beautiful big key at the ends. It's a mix of my usual weeklies. And one of the books is a recommendation which I'm like 3 months behind. I only recently picked up. The first book I picked up was, this came out last week, 1 week behind. So I bought James was nice enough to hold it for me. Dread of the Holes. I picked this up initially because the cover, it's a Luna Vecchio cover. If you don't know who Luna Vecchio is, she's done Lipstick. The first story is her art. She's one of these sort of little, it's like these sort of few stories in the book. There's that. The recommendation, that was from Paul at Cursed Earth. Artificial. I've not read it yet, so I can't really sort of say if I like it or not. Skimmed through it, looks interesting, but I've not actually had a proper read. This is so I bought this from Paul and Alters. When he sort of initially had that for me, I was like, I don't want to go for one book. I want to make a day, like, make the trip worthwhile. So when I went yesterday, I separated my CGC to 2 lots. So I thought, fuck it, I'll go Jamie's, grab the last 3, then go Paul's, grab that, and the Artificial and this. He knows I'm picking up old Marlboro Red Sonja. And these ones are very uncommon to find. I've got 3 out of the 7 issues. But that's Marvel Feature Presents Red Sonja. It's like, it's 7 issues, I got 3. And they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. I think I paid 13 quid for this. So it's like, I don't mind doing it every now and then because I know it's not like the other Marvel Red Sonjas. It's not big runs, if I'm being honest. Next 2 books, I think Jamie charged me £1, I think, per issue. For the longest time I was like 17 issues, 17 issues. It's a 60 issue run, not 17 issues. Then when my Matt asked me, how many, what issues do you need? When I looked properly, I was like, you know what, it's actually a 50 issue run. I'm really missing there's now 7, I think, some issues of Spider-Woman. But it's number 23 and 29. Both like he had a stack of them, but they were literally the only two. They were the only two I needed, and thank fuck, because the rest were like fucking like well loved bags, like very sticky, like so much so that it was a joke, probably a joke, and like some of them were so hard to fucking pull apart. It was like you damage the books. It was like thank fuck with them two that I needed. Three Avengers. I don't think this was a lot either. I think no. At least one at 70p pin, so it doesn't want a lot. This one's a K236. This is where Spider-Man gets denied entry to the Avengers. Spider-Man's in it, but it's mostly 40. Yep. And 326. So it's the way with like these sort of the Avenger books, and similar to our West Coast Avengers, Volume 2. If I can see the one like the covers are like cheap. In these cases, like obviously Shulk, with She-Hulk and stuff, which on here, Spider-Woman, Shulk. If I get them cheap now, by the time I do want to focus properly on them runs, I'm not buying as many as I've picked up for a healthy amount. They're not the sort of runs I'm doing full runs on, same as the M10 X-Men, but on a nice, respectable run at least. But talking about runs at some point I do want to complete. Again, I don't think I paid more than £1 per issue. Bank back. Star Trek Next Generation. I think it's volume 2. Volume 30. 31. And 36. But yeah, they're ones that I don't really want to sort of spend too much money on. Because I think even with like, I think with that sort of stuff, I think like, with the older stuff anyway, I think I'm the only person at James that picked up the old Star Trek. Yeah, there is another Star Trek book in this pile, but it's because the photo cover is more of the cosplay section. New books. Harley Quinn Elvira. I'm enjoying it. It's a fun read, and I think it's more. Even though there's team licensing to do like Powder in this issue, Powder and was it primarily Harley Quinn. I think it is more published by Dynamite from memory. So, this is 83 with the new one or current one. I'm enjoying this. I enjoyed the first issue at least. But that's Planet She-Hulk. Very much a muscle mum on this cover, but it's Poison Ivy 39. I'm enjoying this one though. All new Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. This is a back issue, but it's a key I wanted. I think it's an issue from any of these ones I've got. At some point I'll want to build them up, but that's the Edge of Spider-Verse number 4. This is the first appearance of the Edge of Spider-Verse reality version of Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. So I thought I'd get that now. About the Star Trek comic, second to last issue. It's Star Trek Strange New World, Seed of Salvation, issue 4. There's a running joke of Captain Pike's hair being very Johnny Bravo. Sonya Reborn number 4. This was his cosplay section. Vampire number 7. Number 8. The Vampire Heli Day 2025 special, or your one shot. 8. Vampire Armaday number 6. So, the last issue, this, I just slightly noticed, I think part of the bottom corner was damaged, but this was taking ages to come out. So I was like, no, I'd rather finish the issue now and sort of worry about it. That's Heat Seeker Exposed number 4. And the last book is the big key of the biggest key in this video. Jamie had this. Had a slight bit of sun faded on the spine, but I did not give a flying cunt because it's. So with keys, especially like Grail books, it's very subjective because some people, in this case a £20 Grail, book to me a Grail. Some people it's like a £20 book or a £200 book, you know what I mean? Don't know if it might, the Grails I want, the most expensive is, if you do Raw, it's just under £1,000 with the first Scarlet Witch. So mine can be expensive, but not compared to others, cheap, you know what I mean? But this, I think the Grails wanted, this is the cheapest one I've paid. I mean, it'll probably be the only one I'll get. But it's a new Teen Titans number 2, the first Deathstroke, which is also my OnlyFans name. I'll just sit there jerking off while eating biscuits. Yeah. Sometimes if you pay extra, I'll rub my belly occasionally. But it's one of the Grails I wanted. It won't, as you can probably see, there's a bit of sun fading. It won't be won't be graded because of the sun fading. But just to have this in my collection, I'd rather have low grade than no grade. But I am very happy. But that is this week's pickups, or this time round pickups. Like I said, probably the last one for the year. But obviously between now and then you will get my Comment of the Day series. But other than that, I don't obviously hope everyone, I don't know this side of it over. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys Christmas, hope everyone has fun, and a very drunk New Year. But see you guys soon, and ciao for now, guys.